Alright. That's one. And two more to go. One, that's the one down. Two more to go. Milan dominate, devastate, dismantle the champions-elect Napoli at the Maradona 4-0 in the best performance of the season by far, in a foreshadowing of what is to come in these Champions League quarterfinal ties. We are that damn good. I have always believed it. I've always said it. Since that draw came out, I said in my heart, in my bones, I feel it. I feel we are that good. Are we good? Are we as good as they are over 38 games? No. But this isn't about 38 games. This is about 2 weeks. That's all you got to do. All you have to do is be better than them for 2 weeks. And that's it. They're out of the competition. All I have to do is be better than them for 2 weeks. And to me, more than the tactics, more than the play of individual players, more than anything, drawing them in the quarterfinals, this is an opportunity. Okay? It's about pride. That's what I think we saw today. It was about pride. This isn't just the best team in the league. They're not just top of the league. They're the team that came in and took all our shit. That's what Napoli represent. They came and took our Scudetto. They're going to take our league MVP. Okay? And they do it with all the adulation in the world. Everybody loves them. Everybody heralds them. Everybody thinks Osimhen and Kvaratskhelia are the best things in sliced bread. Everybody, and they are great. Don't get me wrong. They are great. But everybody gives them non-stop admiration. Okay? We won the league last year and they didn't give us a fraction. They didn't believe in us at any point in the season until we made them believe. Until we had the trophy in our hand and they had no other opportunity but to believe in us. Okay? This is the team that took all our shit, and God in his infinite wisdom gave these players and gave Pioli and gave us as a club the best opportunity we could possibly get. We get to make their shit not matter. Okay? If we beat them and we go to the final, nobody on this planet will give a fuck about this Napoli Scudetto. I won't, and you guys won't. That's the fact of the matter. This is the team that took our shit, and we get the opportunity to trump them at the end of the day. Okay? It's about pride at every level on the pitch. Okay? It's about pride for Leao. Because Osimhen snuck into his house last night and stole his fucking MVP. Okay? And he came in today with that in mind. Oh, you guys think Osimhen's better than me? Oh, you think Kvaratskhelia is better than me? Okay, cool. Watch. Everybody's been talking shit. He said it. He went on Paramount. They did an interview after the game. And I love this, by the way. I hate when players pretend that they don't listen to the media and that they don't listen to criticism. Okay? That's one thing Leao never does. He never shies away from the fact that he is on Twitter and he is reading the timeline and he sees what the fans say about him, what the rivals say about him. He sees what the pundits say about him. And he came in and said, we see what everybody says. We see how much they talk about us. Pioli said it in the press conference. He said, nobody believed in us last year. They kept talking and kept talking and kept talking. And nobody believes in us this year. And we're going to show them. We are going to show them. Costa Curta, our own Milan legend, is on the broadcast saying, oh, there's a huge gap between these teams. You know, Milan are anxious. Leao puts in that performance and he tweets, the anxiousness. Yeah. Where is the anxiety? Where is the anxiousness? Huh? I didn't see an anxious team there. I saw a team that was hungry and ready to win. We are just as good as they are when we have our first 11. That's the flaw in our team. The flaw in our team is that when you lose any of these guys, the drop-off is massive. The drop-off in intensity, the drop-off in pressing, the drop-off in offensive ability is massive when we lose any of Leao or Giroud or Brahim and so on and so forth. The drop-off is massive. That's the flaw in our team. But head-to-head, everybody's fit. We're just as good as everybody else. We could be anybody on this planet, and I have always believed that. When we press, when we match the other team's intensity, we could beat anybody in the world. Everybody's been talking about, oh, we should play 4-2-3-1. It's about the three at the back. It's about this formation. It's about that formation. The fact of the matter is, we switched to 3 at the back when it was needed. When we were bleeding goals, and even Leao said it in his interview. He said, we switched to 3 at the back because we needed defensive solidity. Defensive solidity that was the only way we could get past Spurs. As crap as they are. But we were on an unbelievable skid. Okay? We switched to 3 at the back to stabilize, and we did. Everybody could see immediately that it was not the formation to be able to control games, to be able to really create chances. It was not that. But it did provide stability. It provided enough stability to advance to quarterfinals. And we did. And now we've switched back to the 4 at the back at a perfect time. Everybody is hindsight is so 2020. Hindsight is 50-20 with me on Twitter. Okay? Everybody thinks that every decision needs to be made 3 weeks before it actually gets made. Everything. Chow starts and he's amazing. That means he should have started 2 months ago. Do you know that he was ready 2 months ago? You don't know that. You're not in training. You don't know anything except that when he was introduced, he was ready. Everybody wants, he should have played 3 at the back weeks ago. Why? Because if he had switched and we sucked immediately, everybody would have been like, why didn't he give the 4 at the back a chance? Then he switched to 3 at the back and it's successful for a bit, and then the flaws become more apparent, and everybody's like, why are we even playing this? We should be at 4 at the back. You know why we're playing this? We're playing this because we were bleeding goals. It made perfect sense. Stop looking at the season as, oh my God, we're in a hurry. Do you see the teams around us? We're not in a hurry. We're not in a hurry. The only part of the season that has actual urgency is the Champions League. We switched to the 3 at the back because it was perfect against Spurs. It matched their formation and it beat them. Okay? We switched back to the 4 at the back, not because it's league specific. It's because it's Champions League specific. The teams around us in the league are affording us week after week after week to figure the kinks out. That's the fact of the matter. Okay? Inter are on their 10th loss of the season. Okay? Roma are not good. Lazio are not good. Atalanta are not good. The only actually good team that's consistently winning is Juve, and they have a 15-point deduction. So realistically, we do have time to... Every week, I know. Every week feels like it's the most important week, and I get that. And I'm not trying to say that these losses and results have been acceptable. I'm really not trying to say that. Okay? I'm just saying that nothing has ended. We're in 3rd place now. If you told me at the beginning of the season, everybody wants definitive answers about Pioli. Everybody wants should we move forward? Should we sack him? Should we this? Should we that? The fact of the matter is you don't know anything. The season's not over. If we make the Champions League semi-final, if we make the Champions League final, how can you possibly fucking sack him? Even the morons of Milan Twitter, even they couldn't justify such a dumbass opinion. Right? If we make it that far. Even quarterfinals. If you had told me at the beginning of the season that we were going to make the Champions League quarterfinals, right? And top 4, I wouldn't have been over the moon. I wouldn't have been jumping up and down, but I would have taken it. I would have been fine with that. Especially the fact that Napoli's winning and not Inter Juve. I'm like, all right, cool. I can take that. I can live with that. That's fine. I can breathe at the end of the day. If we make the Champions League semi-final or the final, are you kidding me? I don't give a fuck who won the league. What are we talking about here? Everybody wants everything to be urgent. It's not the case. This team is good. We know it's good. They've put up performances like this before, and they put up another one today. So the next bad result, stop fucking losing your shit. We know they're good. They're just not... This squad is just not overwhelming. That's the fact of the matter. Napoli's bench is better than ours. First 11 versus first 11, we can compete. We can go toe-to-toe with them. Their squad is better. That's why they're better over the long season. Our squad was better last year. That's why we were better over the long season. That's how it works. What today showed us most of all is that we're only 2-3 players away. 2-3, and I keep saying that. I say we're 2 to 3 players away. We need a midfielder who does the good things that Krunic does. The good things that Krunic does is that he will always win the ball. He will always work hard, and he is always confident when he's on the ball. Now, does he have the technical ability always to match it? No, he doesn't. But the confidence is important. Knowing what you want to do before you get the ball is important. We need somebody that takes those attributes and enhances them. We need Frank Kessie, realistically. That's who we really need to replace. Because when those 3 play together, when Krunic, Ben Nasser, and Tonali play together, our midfield is better than Napoli's midfield. In a real summary of the game, defending Kvaratskhelia today, it's not. First of all, Calabria is fantastic. I have always maintained that Calabria is fantastic. Now, he played absolutely awful in January. Don't get me wrong, but I've always been a defender. He's always been my guy. Defending great players like Kvaratskhelia and like Leao is not a one-man job. It's a team job. Okay. Calabria's responsibility is to get him away from the first thing he wants to do. So the first instinct, the first move Kvaratskhelia wants to do, Calabria is responsible for stopping that. He's responsible for making him reconsider and changing his direction into areas of the field where we have more support. But one-on-one, nobody can stop Leao and nobody can stop Kvaratskhelia. It's just not a realistic thing to ask fullbacks to continuously defend one-on-one over and over. What you can ask them to do is, don't let Kvaratskhelia get past you. Push him into the middle where we have Brahim tracking back, where we have Tonali and Krunic and Benasser all coming to support you at different times. That's what you can ask for. I mean, Brahim today was spectacular. Unstoppable. I've always been Team Brahim. I've always said that this dude has so much value and it is underrated that what people don't see about him. His two standout attributes have always been his one-on-one ability and his pressing. And at the right wing position, which is something I've been constantly saying he should play, at the right wing position, both those things are accentuated. He gets to go one-on-one against people more, which is what we saw what he did to Mario Rui on the first goal. I mean, he took him for a fucking ride. Okay? And he tracks back, which helped Calabria all throughout the game. Tonali was masterful. He was physical and technical. That's what he is. He's the perfect blend of Gattuso and Pirlo, right? Because Pirlo was the comparison because he had long hair and he played for Brescia, even though they're nothing alike. But he combines 50% of the technical ability of Pirlo and 50% of the aggressiveness and defensive tenacity that Gattuso had. And you put that together and you get 100% of a great player. That's what Tonali is. He is phenomenal. He is truly phenomenal. The way he bodied Zielinski for the third goal, that is everything. That clip is the summary of Sandro Tonali. That is what he can bring to a team. He is all out action. He's the definition of a box-to-box midfielder. Okay? He's lightning in a bottle. You give it today. Having Leao, on the other hand, having Leao and Teo together, right? That telepathy, that partnership that they have, that connection and understanding, without even looking at each other, they know where each other is at. That's the number one argument why you can never take Leao out of the left wing position. Those two, they're just too good together. In the first 2 minutes, you saw that unbelievable heel flick that Leao played right on Teo's head, right in the perfect spot. But the execution alone is magic. Right? But to put it right where he needs, on his head to take it in stride. Like, those two together, they are unstoppable. They're unstoppable. They're the best left flank in the world. Okay? And when Brahim is on the right and he can actually give us something the way he did today, like, it's unstoppable. It's the only way teams have actually been able to defend us is to overload on the left-hand side. And gambling that the right-hand side isn't going to do anything. And that gamble is more often than not successful. But when Brahim is playing the way he played, you can't do that anymore. Because if the ball swings to Brahim and he has an advantage and everybody in the defense is scrambling to switch sides, it's over. He took advantage of that time and time again today. He was incredible. Giroud missed a few chances, but whatever. He's like, I'm not his biggest fan, but he still stands as by far our best striker. He is the most reliable. He's the best in build-up and so on. I don't know what the hell happened to Alexis today. He came on. He was a man fucking possessed. He was unbelievable. His goal is the best. It's the best goal of his career. It really could be the commentary said it when he scored. It could really be a career-defining moment. That one that he just had, because that is the only thing. We've said it with Samaku so many times. Ability, he has it. He really has it. It's always been the confidence. It's always been like shoot, cross, do whatever you need to do, because if you make those, if you miss the shot, or if you overhit the cross, nobody's gonna be pissed. We are gonna be pissed if you hesitate on the shot and you hesitate on the cross and you lose the ball. Okay, that is frustrating. But somebody missing a shot, I can live with that. I can't live with somebody not taking a shot to begin with. And today, I mean, he just oozed confidence. Even better than the goal he scored was the goal he didn't score, where he took on two Napoli players and shot it from long distance and almost scored. And then had a third shot that Meret saved. He was incredible today. I already spoke about Calabria. I mean, Tomori is just, I mean, he's incredible. He is so unbelievably good. And everybody keeps complaining about, oh, he's been inconsistent. Oh, he's been that. First of all, he had the best performance of his career like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago against Spurs. So that's first of all. And second of all, yeah, you know why he's been inconsistent? Because over this season, he's had Calabria, Dest, Florenzi, Kalulu, Kjaer, Balotelli, Teo, Gabbia, Ciao. I just named 9 different players. Oh, and Tatarusano, of course, because Mike was out for 5 months, right? That's 10 different players in the back 5 unit that have consistently chopped and changed over and over. One guy comes back, the next guy gets injured. One guy gets suspended, this guy gets hurt, this guy can't show up, this guy gets sick. And over and over and over. Do you understand how hard it is to play a position that's as instinct-based and as collective-based as defending, right? When 10 different players have been your partners this season, how can anybody play like that? How can anybody perform like that? You want consistency? Put the same players next to him consistently. He'll play consistently. Do you understand that? Like, how can you possibly expect that with 10 changes every single week? How can he play with that? It's not a situation that anybody could thrive in. I mean, and I'll just talk about Mike last. I mean, he makes the game simpler, because time and time again, Napoli would press and we'd be forced to play it back to Mike. And when it was Tatarusanu, I was like, okay, cool, like that's a possession lost, because he's just gonna boot it and it's gonna go straight to the other team. With Mike, those passes back are purposeful. Those passes back are calm-inducing. I'm cool. I'm like, okay, I'm breathing a sigh of relief, because I know that wherever the ball needs to go, Mike's gonna get it there. If it needs to go to Giroud, he's not just gonna lump it up to Giroud. He's gonna put it in a bucket where only Giroud can get it. Okay? Time and time again, he'll play the ball right where Giroud needs it to win the header. Every single time, like, it is perfect. When he passes that to Calabria or Teo on the flanks, it's perfect. It's money. It's exactly where they need it to win the ball. It's just calm-inducing. That's what I'll say Mike is. He didn't even have to make any spectacular saves today, but he was just efficient in everything he did. And now this was battle number 1 of the war. We won the battle. We didn't win the war. We go on again. This was the least important of the 3 games, but it was a statement. It was a statement to tell Napoli, you know, when you want to hunt lions, right? You don't want to sneak up on them. You want to bang the drum. You want to blow the horn. You want to sound the alarm. You want to say, hey, we're coming for you. Okay? And that's what we did today. And most importantly, this gives all our players the belief that when we come to the San Paolo in 2 weeks, right? There's no question about it. Sorry, not the San Paolo. It's the Maradona now. When we go to the Maradona now in 2 weeks, there's no question whatsoever in anybody's mind that not only can we beat this team at the Maradona, we can dominate them at the Maradona, because we just did. We know that, and now they know that. They've been put on notice. If you don't know, now you know.